Hello there, I'm Kate Miles from the Mind Body Reset, and I'm here today to talk to you about our sugar and sweets challenge. Now, the problem with sweets, as with many things, is that most people find it hard to eat them in moderation. So while the occasional sweet treat here and there might not seem too bad, sweets have a habit of suddenly becoming half a packet or worse, and that in conjunction with other sugary foods adds up to a concern very quickly. But why is that a problem? Well, not only do sweets contain calories that most of us don't need to top up with, they also contain masses of sugar. And for those of you who have health concerns, this is the issue over and above whether or not your weight is as you would like it to be. But what's my beef with sugar? Well, sugar is a short-term energy kick provider, which is then sadly and swiftly followed by an energy slump. And it's this slump that's the real problem, because the slump encourages you to eat more sugar as a pick-me-up, especially as your brain is hardwired to take on board as many high-energy calories as possible, just in case you hit a famine one day, which of course is generally a very unlikely prospect for most of us. Also, sugar and therefore sweets like cakes, biscuits, cereals, ice cream and lollies, etc., all promote the production of inflammation in our bodies, and therein lies the extra big concern. Inflammation has its place in the early stages of healing after an injury, but when it's allowed to run wild in your system on a daily basis over a long period of time, it promotes all manner of ills. So, if you have regular energy concerns, pain, or inflammatory or autoimmune conditions, then being aware of the role that diet plays in maintaining your inflammation levels is key. So rethinking your sugar intake would be worthwhile. As with almost everything though, if you want to stop, don't go cold turkey. Wean yourself off gradually so that you minimise any side effects and increase your chances of success. So are you someone who can eat a little of something as an occasional treat? Or are you more of a once you pop you can't stop individual? If you are unusually immune to the call of the open sweet packet and you are generally well, then by all means have the occasional indulgence. But if you know that once you start the packet will keep on calling to you, then you'll be much better off without any sweets at all. But as you start to cut back, what might be a healthier alternative? Try not to just replace them with other snacks of concern. Allergies allowing you to be better off having some nuts or fruit instead, or even both together, such as an apple spread with natural peanut butter. Now, have you ever tried frozen grapes? They're absolutely divine. They taste like the most luxurious treat ever, yet have such a saintly air. If you are looking for a sweeter alternative though, you could try dried fruit, natural fruit-based no-sugar snack bars, pure fruit juice popsicles, bananas dipped in dark chocolate, or if you're feeling more ambitious, then why not make your own keto sweets and treats? Now, I wouldn't recommend the ketogenic diet in general, as it's just the Atkins by another name, but they certainly have some creative takes on all our favourite treats. They often use almond flour, but if that's difficult to get hold of, then ground almonds are almost as fine. So make a great alternative. Now, coconut flour is also another option to consider, but don't fall into the trap of buying regular gluten-free flour. It's okay here and there, but it's highly processed, doesn't behave like normal flour, and still contains high levels of carbs, and therefore far more sugar than you'd expect. So it's really not much better. Now, you can use apple juice as a sweetener, or there is such a thing as sugar made from coconut. It's still sugar, but less problematic. Don't go there with diabetic treats or artificial sweeteners though, other than perhaps cooking from scratch with stevia, as they are highly processed and treated by the body as if they were sugar anyway. You can add a little vanilla essence. This is generally a great option, plus fruit, nuts, seeds or dark chocolate can help customize your baking experience. So in the spirit of moderation, I encourage you to start with reducing your intake of sweets, top up with a few alternatives, and then ideally as we move forward through the monthly challenges, don't put sweets or sugar back into your diet regularly. And as you start to cut out next month's point of concern, try to use these challenges like a positive accumulator so that each month you maintain your existing implemented changes. Then carefully start to erase the next item on my monthly challenge hit list so your health starts to gradually improve, and as a consequence you begin to notice a positive change in your symptoms, especially your energy, pain and inflammation levels. plus your mood may well even stabilise. Thank you for watching. I hope you found that helpful. Goodbye.